Welcome everyone to Speaking To, provided by Logos College. Today we'll be working with Person to Person Book 1 and we'll be continuing with Units 7, Conversation 2. So everyone please open up your book to page, I believe, 58. Conversation 2. This sweater is more stylish. So when you hear the word stylish, it means it's in fashion. It means what are people wearing right now that is in fashion. So once again, the pronunciation is stylish. So once you open up the lesson plan, the book, we'll be reading a conversation. This is a conversation between Nako and a salesperson. For this one, we are talking about, do you sometimes return things to a store and why? When we say return, it means we don't like it or it is broken and we take it back for money, or we take it back to exchange it for another item. So when you say return the item or items, it just means we are going to exchange the item. So right here, we are going to return the item and exchange it. So remember how we pronounce this, right? If you can't pronounce the pronunciation, we say this by just saying the word letter S. So S and then followed by the word change. S change. If you are going to pronounce it correct, we say exchange. But with the X sound, it's a little bit difficult for loud students, so we can just say S change. This will be easier for you when you try to pronounce and try to read the vocabulary. So going back to the book, please read along with me. And once you are finished reading this, we'll talk about a little about the conversation. After the lesson plan, I will include this listening. So at your own free time, you can listen to this conversation. And like I've always tell you, please, when you read or you listen to this, read out loud so that your ear and your tongue and your mouth can practice pronunciation and making the sounds. So everyone, continue read along with me. From last week, when we say this word, remember how we pronounce this, right? We say the letter S followed by the letter Q, excuse me, and we add the S sound. Excuse. Excuse. So continue with the lesson. Excuse me, could you help me? I'd like to exchange this sweater. What's the problem with it? My boyfriend bought this for me, but I don't like it. It's too old-fashioned. I want something more stylish. I see. Well, why don't you look around? These two sweaters are nice. Why don't you try them on? Okay, which one do you like better? This gray sweater is cute. This kind of color is very fashionable now. Really? I kind of like the black one. It's longer and looser. So I think it'll be more comfortable. Yes, but the gray one really suits you. It's more stylish than the black one. The gray one is a better quality and it's the same price as the one you're exchanging. You have talked me into it. I'll take this one instead. No problem. I'll switch them for you. Okay, so from here, we would like to go over some of these pronunciations. But before we go over these pronunciations, After I read it, I want you to listen to the recording of this conversation. And remember, from this conversation, I will include it in the file so you can listen at your own free time. So let's open up the recording and listen to the recording. So please listen along with me and try to read along.
Conversation 2. This sweater is more stylish.
Excuse me, could you help me? I'd like to exchange this sweater.
What's the problem with it?
My boyfriend bought this for me, but I don't like it. It's too old-fashioned. I want something more stylish.
I see. Well, why don't you look around? These 2 sweaters are nice. Why don't you try them on?
Okay, which one do you like better?
This gray sweater is cute. This kind of collar is very fashionable now.
Really? I kind of like the black one. It's longer and looser, so I think it'll be more comfortable.
Yes, but the gray one really suits you. It's more stylish than the black one. The gray one is a better quality, and it's the same price as the one you're exchanging.
You've talked me into it. I'll take this one instead.
No problem. I'll switch them for you.
Okay, now you have listened to the recording and you have listened to me read along. So, do you guys notice any difference between reading and speaking? For American English, whenever we have the T in the middle, for example, this word, for speaking, we don't say sweater. We change the T right here into a D sound. So we say sweat, and then the T becomes a D. So we change it into a der. So for American English, we just say sweater. See how the D becomes a, see how the T becomes a D. It is the same with whenever the T is in the middle, it's usually we do pronounce it with a D sound. Let's see if we can find another word with the letter T in the middle. So I'll give you guys a little bit time to see if you guys can find any. How about this word? For this, for an office environment, we say better with a T sound, better. But for speaking, we change the T, remember? We change the 2T into a D sound. And then we change it, so we pronounce it better. We change the T sound into a D sound. So once again, pronunciation, sweater. But for American English, we say sweater. Better, better. Let's see if we can find any other words with the T in the middle that changes the pronunciation from a T into a D. Okay, so we found this word again. It's better. We already talked about better. How about any other one? Are you able to point out any of them? How about this word right here? Comfortable. We don't say comfortable. This is a T and this is a A. Comfortable. But for pronunciation, remember if the T is usually in the middle, we change it into a D sound. Comfortable. So the T in here has been changed into a D sound. So when we pronounce it, we say comfortable, comfortable. comfortable. For American English, this 4 sound right here, we usually get rid of. We don't really pronounce this one. So we just say comfortable. Comf with the F sound right here. Comfortable. Are you able to find any other words in here that changes the T into a D sound? If you can't, let's see if you can think of any other word. Let me see. I saw another word in here, right here. How about this word right here? How would you pronounce this word? Quality. See, when we pronounce it in a office environment or in a professional environment, we say quality. But for speaking wise, we change the T into a D sound. So the T right here changes into a D sound. So when we pronounce it, we say quality. Quality. So this is something that you guys should try to remember for American English. How would you pronounce this word right here? Remember, the T has been changed into a D sound. So if you pronounce water, you are correct. If you pronounce it as water with the T sound, this is not American English. This is more likely a British accent. So let's give it another example. How would you pronounce this word? For this word, for American English, we still change it into a D sound. So we say ball and the 2T changes into a D sound. Excuse me, these 2T right here changes into a D sound. So we say bottle. See, it changes into a D sound, bottle. So you will typically not hear American English pronounce this as bottle with the T sound. You will hear a D sound, bottle. Alright, so this is the pronunciation. Please practice. Notice that whenever the T is usually in the middle, the T has been switched to a D sound. So read both pronunciation with me. Sweater, American English, sweater. Better, American English, better. Remember this sound right here, we get rid of when we are speaking. Comfortable. For American English, comfortable. There is an F sound right here. Comfortable. How about this word right here? Quality. For American English, quality. Water, water. Bottle, bottle. So this is the pronunciation for you guys. Whenever you are talking to an American, you will hear the American pronunciation of the T sound. Alright, so continuing with the next part of the lesson. Today we are going to compare things. When you compare things, you are telling about two items. You are comparing item A to item B. So when you compare two items, you always tell which one do you like first. See? I like. There is a K sound right here. I like. And then we follow by item A. I like the gray hat. I like this hat. I like the red boots. I like these boots. After you do this, then you tell them, I like this one better. But remember, with American English, we say better. Then, followed by item B. I like item A better than item B. I like the gray hat better than the blue one. I like this hat better than that one. I like the red boots with there's S better than the white ones. I like these boots better than those. Sometimes you can add the word ones, sometimes you can't. For ones, we'll continue in another lesson, or you will continue ones in grammar class. So please practice with me. You are going to compare this item to that item and this item to that item. You're going to tell that you like this one more than this one. When you say better than, you can say I like item A more than item B. These two means the same. I like item A better than item B. I like item A more than item B. So both of this means the same thing. So for practice, please practice with me and pronounce the same thing. Do the pronunciation with me. So we are going to compare this one to this one. I'll give you a few seconds to practice this by yourself. Pause the video. Practice this by yourself to see how will you compare them. And then I will do it along with you. Once you finish practicing by yourself, continue to play the video and listen to me. Alright? So let's start. The first one. I like the gray hat better than the blue hat. I like the tight sweat. Remember the T changes into a D sound. I like the tight sweater more than the loose sweater. I like the cotton shirt better than the polyester shirt. When there is an S sound, we usually don't change the T into a D sound. Polyester, stir. So we change it into an S and the T stays the same. Polyester shirt. Polyester, see, with this one we just continue ester, means it is plastic. Continuing with the next one, I like the high boots better than the low boots. I like the wide jeans more than the narrow jeans. Wide jeans and narrow jeans. Wide jeans means their leg is a lot bigger. Narrow jeans means their leg is skinny. So this is the difference between a wide jean and a narrow jean. Alright, so how about the last one? Did you get this correct? I like the thin belt better than the wide belt. Alright, so please remember, once you have the time, go over this pronunciation and keep on practicing. The more you practice, the more you speak, the better your English is. So for the first part, we learned a little bit pronunciation about the T sound. For the next part, we are comparing two things. Now we're going to continue with the next part. We are going to compare two items. So for this one, you are going to compare this item, one of these items, to the other one. This will be part of your assignment for class. For your assignment, you are going to look at these two and then this picture right here, and you are going to compare them. But for this comparison, we are going to do something different. So when you compare this, we have to give a reason why. So for example, for the first part, I like the gray hat better than the blue one. And then we are going to follow this with a reason. I like the gray hat better than the blue one because gray is my favorite color. And for the other one, we should give another reasons why you like the tight sweater more than the loose one. For this one, you are going to find a reason. For me, this is the reason that I come up with. I like the tight sweater more than the loose one because I am skinny. Alright, so how about you? What reason would you give for this one? Why do you like the cotton shirt better than the polyester shirt? Cotton and polyester, so one of them is fabric and one of them is kind of plastic. So for these, I would say, for me, I like the cotton shirt better than polyester shirt. And this is my reason. Because what is your reason? For my reason, I like the cotton shirt better than polyester shirt because I don't like polyester. Alright, so for these two, which reason, what reason will you come up with? Remember, whenever you are comparing, you have to give a reason. I like the high boots better than the low boots. Why? Because it is the raining season now. So whenever it's a rainy season, you want to wear higher boots so you don't get wet. I like the wide jeans more than the narrow jeans because I am fat. Oops, sorry, I spelled because wrong. Because I am fat. And how about this one? I like the thin belt better than the wide belt because It, meaning the thin belt, is in fashion, or it is in style. So this is how we say it. For this pronunciation, I will help you with this pronunciation. You say S sty Y-O, style. So this is how we pronounce that word. Style. S-T-Y-L-E. Style. Style. This is like I sound. Style. Alright, so for the homework, you are going to compare these and you will give a reason. It could be any reason that you want. You like this one more than this one? Why? You like this one more than this one? Why? Why do you like this one more than this one? So if you have any questions on this, please do not be afraid to give me a call. Continue with the next part. We will be working with returning things. So this part will be from your next lesson. So for part 1, going back to the beginning, we learned the word that stylish means it's in fashion. Everybody is wearing it right now. We learned that for when there is a T sound in the middle for American English, we change it into a D sound. Sweater becomes sweater. Better, see how I pronounce it? Better. I don't say better, I say better. Comfortable. This 4 sound we get rid of, we don't pronounce. Comfortable. Comfortable. Quality. Quality. Water. Water. Bottle. Bottle. And we learn how to compare 2 items. When we compare item A to item B, we say, I like item A better than item B. I like item A more than item B. For these 2 right here, it just means the same. It's the same meaning. There's no difference to it. And after we learn how to compare 2 things, we learn how to give a reason. I like the gray hat better than the blue hat because gray is my favorite color. I like the gray hat better than the blue hat because I look good in gray. For this part, we did I like item A, the tight sweater, more than item B, the loose sweater. And we gave a reason. I like the tight sweater more than the loose sweater because I am skinny. I like the cotton shirt better than the polyester shirt because I don't like polyester. I like the high boots better than the low boots because it is the rainy season now. I like the wide jeans more than the narrow jeans because I am fat. I like the thin belt better than the wide belt because it is in fashion or in style. And we did a review from last class. Whenever there's an EX for pronunciation, a lot of the times we will say the S. It makes this a lot more easier for your pronunciation because the X, this sound right here, the EX, we pronounce it as an X sound. And this X sound is very hard for a loud student. So for your pronunciation, just change this into an S. S change. Just like how last unit we say excuse. So for pronunciation, please practice these, and I hope to see you in the next part. For the next video, we'll be learning how to return or exchange an item. So this just means that we bought an item that we don't like, or it is, oh, I don't know what I did right here. We bought an item that we don't like, or the item is broken. We bought an item that we don't like, or the item is broken. And we need to get a new item. So please continue with the next lesson to me, and then we'll have another homework for part 2. Remember, you have any questions, please feel free to contact me on WhatsApp or email. Until then, I hope to see you on Unit number 7, Conversation 2, Part 2. Thank you and have a good day.